1.2 million times faster?
It's insane.
I don't do math, but that's a pretty fast, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to Gentoo, where your favorite place for all things gaming and tech related. I'm your host, Gabe Chadwick.
And I'm your co-host, Evan Saxton. And without further ado, let's jump straight into this week's gaming news.
What can you tell me about the Demon Core?
There was an incident.
All right, find that suit, secure the Demon Core, prevent a global catastrophe.
All mankind is counting on you. No pressure.
Embark on an adrenaline-fueled adventure across the United States in Phantom Fury. Jump into the life of Shelley Bombshell Harrison, who has just been pulled out of a coma by a former colleague. Given a new bionic arm and a mission to retrieve the legendary Demon Core and save mankind, pacify the streets of Chicago, or battle your way through the abandoned facilities of Los Alamos with an arsenal of over 20 unique weapons like bowling bombs or electrified foam shooting devices. Interact with nearly fully usable environments, from the computers to the helicopters to even arcade machines. Fight your way through wayward soldiers, cyborgs, and biomutants, and discover the world of Phantom Fury when it releases for PC on April 23rd.
I know the name of the Lord of the Earth. And that name is Zimforth. The things I must do to serve him are cruel and vicious. But if I don't do this year after year, the world will end.
You alone prevent the end of the world, but your task weighs heavily on you. In Life Eater, you are a modern-day druid, holding out a dead-end job that only serves as a cover for your true task: to conduct the annual ritual that prevents the end of the world. The only problem? The eldritch god you serve requires human sacrifice, but in the modern age, this has gotten more difficult. Use Life Eater's unique video processing styled interface to dig deep into your victims' lives to find the perfect time to abduct them. To perform your ritual, one scheduled block at a time. Choose your options wisely and pray that your dark god is even real when Life Eater releases on PC on April 16th.
Now let's see what's happening in the tech industry this week.
Researchers at the Institute of Engineering and Technology were recently able to hit a data transfer rate of 301 terabytes per second, which is an absolutely mind-blowing number.
That is the equivalent to downloading 1,800 4K movies in a single second.
And the best part about this, it was done using existing fiber optic cables.
As of right now, the average internet speed across the United States is about 280 megabytes per second, which means the new speed achieved is about 1.2 million times faster.
Using spectral bands labeled E-bands and custom-built devices to receive the data, the researchers were able to tap into previously unexploited wavelengths to carry the data.
And that just about wraps up news for this week.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below.
And now for our first pack, Corby's Content Corner.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Ooh. Man, that thing is fast. Oh no, I'm back here again? Dang it, now I have to make another video.
What was that?
What did he say?
Oh, I love the series. Anyways, welcome back to Corby's Content Corner. I'm Corby, and today, let's talk about the fighting game legend,
Scorpion.
Huh? Wow, what just happened to my voice there?
What? That was weird.
Hold on a second.
Say the thing.
Fatality.
Yo! Now, Scorpion, or Hanzo Hasashi, is a prominent character in the fighting game series Mortal Kombat. This man has been in the series since the very beginning, back when the games were still on arcade cabinets. Scorpion is a ninja dressed in yellow who uses a kunai rope dart weapon and fire powers. He was risen from the depths of the Nether Realms with a revenge plot to avenge his family. If you don't recognize his legacy yet, I'd like to let you know that Get Over Here is kind of his whole jam. He is a skilled fighter full of awesome combos, teleporting powers, and gruesome fatalities. He even sounds cool. You now probably understand why he's become more of the poster child for the marketing of the newer generation of Mortal Kombat games. Everybody wants to play him. Okay, that's not true, but everyone knows who he is, and if they don't, then they at least know his iconic rival,
Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero, or Bai Han, is a mirroring of Scorpion. He is the ice to his fire. Every time they battle, it is always super exciting. That's why they do it in like every game and in the live action movies. But why do they hate each other? Well, the answer to that is very simple. So it all started when they were in rival clans, so by default they didn't really like each other. Then Scorpion is killed by Sub-Zero and is resurrected by this magic man named Quan Chi, but he finds out his wife and child are dead. So he finds and kills Sub-Zero, but then he gets resurrected by Quan Chi and becomes a new ninja called Noob Saibot. But then Sub-Zero's younger brother, who we never knew existed until now, named Kiai Liang, steps in to avenge his no longer dead brother by becoming the next Sub-Zero to fight Scorpion. Then they later decide to just be friends now, because I guess they're even or whatever, I don't know. Also, there's a plot point mixed in that Sub-Zero didn't originally kill Scorpion's family and was framed by Quan Chi, getting him involved in this whole feud for no reason in the first place. What was this even for? So yeah, that's Scorpion for ya. I don't play too much Mortal Kombat anymore, but he's always the main fighter that I choose to play as, which I guess is as basic as playing Mario and Mario Kart, but I don't care, sue me. Wait, I'm actually being sued? I almost forgot to talk about Katana. You already know what I'm about to say. She is so... Knock it off! That's enough! You're being gross. Sorry.
Welcome back, Islanders, to another episode of Monster Field Guide, the show where I catalog the monsters from Monster Hunter World. Today I'm excited because we're covering a very special monster, none other than the Carrion King, Valhazak. Valhazak is special because it's our first look into another classification of monster, the Elder Dragon. Elder Dragons are less defined by their physiology and more defined by their impact on the environment, and they need to constantly be monitored and exterminated if they become too hazardous. And now, like always, let's get to the name. Valhazak is one of the most unique names with several layers to it. First, let's tackle Val, which is a corruption of Baal, a biblical demon, one of the 7 demon princes of hell. Then there's Hazak, which is a corruption of the word hazard owing to its inherent danger of being near it, which I'll get to later. And together, the name sounds and looks like Valhalla, one of the realms that dead souls can enter in Norse mythology. This is fitting because Valhazak's only known environment, the Rardon Vale, is practically a realm of death. Speaking of the Rardon Vale, there's an important part of its ecosystem that ties directly to this dangerous monster. In the Rardon Vale, permeating the entire lower region is a green miasma known as the effluvium. This sickening fog is actually a microbacteria that is responsible for decomposing all of the dead creatures that end up in the Rardon Vale. It acts as the digestive fluids of the region, is responsible for all the nutrients that feed the surrounding areas and makes them so full of life. However, it's dangerous for living creatures because it will slowly consume any organic material, dead or alive. Valhazak lives in perfect harmony with this bacteria, utilizing it in several ways. One of the ways that he uses effluvium is for sustenance. Valhazak is an opportunistic predator and uses its unique double jaw system to grab squirming prey and consume it alongside the nutrient-rich bacteria. Their jaw structure is very similar to that of a moray eel, which uses its inner jaw to pull in and swallow prey. It then houses that effluvium that it can release later, either through its mouth as deadly clouds and streams of concentrated effluvium. It can also eject the effluvium out of gill-like openings, which is the reason why it's so hazardous to be around. A quality shared amongst all Elder Dragons is their higher intelligence, and this nightmarish freak wields their intelligence with malevolent intent. Valhazak is physically weaker than most Elder Dragons, needing to cover itself in carrion of fallen monsters for defense. It instead utilizes the decomposing nature of the effluvium to reduce their opponents to hollow shells of their former selves, infecting them with a rot that will eventually kill them. This evil symbiosis leads to the Valhazak's most insidious ability, subjugating the free will of smaller monsters. By infecting monsters like Gyros and Raphinos with effluvium, it can slowly drain the life out of them, making them more violent. With a constant supply of bacteria streaming from Valhazak, these monsters followed around like the undead army of a lich. Lastly, Valhazak was made for World to be a monster that couldn't be brute forced, as doing so would leave the player constantly fending off the effluvium buildup. It requires the player to really rethink their strategy, equipment, and skills in order to take down one of the final challenges of the game. But that's all I have for this week. Join me next week as I tackle the final monster on this expedition, Nerd Gigante.
Kirsten, what are you doing here?
What do you think I'm doing here? Making TikToks? And it's not about what I do. It's about what we do here. So we start with storyboarding the content we want to create for our clients. It could be anyone from small businesses, nonprofits, and organizations both on campus and in the Maryville community. We write, we film, we edit, we create, and then we wait. So if you're someone who thinks you need us, we are KNWT Creative Services.
Imagine you are just minding your own business on the street of Night City. Maybe you're just getting a coffee or something while a group of Tiger Claw thugs come up and start harassing you. Then suddenly, someone pulls over, gets out of the car, and does this to them. That is thanks to the Sandevistan. The Sandevistan is a piece of cyberware you can acquire in Cyberpunk. In my humble opinion, if it's used correctly, it is the most broken piece of cyberware in the entire game. Essentially, the Sandevistan slows down time for the user during combat, which allows them to have complete tactical advantage over their opponents. Though everything appears to be moving at about 0.5 speed to you, V is actually moving with such speed that they are faster than the blink of an eye in real time. Pair this tech with a sword and some mantis blades, and V becomes one terrifying blur of a cyber ninja. This isn't the only thing the Sandevistan does, though. Some different models have specific perks tied to them. Some will slow down time for longer than others, some you can increase your critical damage chance, some will extend the duration of the Sandevistan with each kill you acquire. There's tons of different perks for them. However, the best one, the Militech Apogee, is a legendary Tier 5 Sandevistan that does all of the following before upgrades. Slows time down by 85%, plus 20% to headshot damage, critical damage and chance increase by 20%, killing an enemy gives you plus 10% extended time and plus 22% stamina per kill. Seriously, be glad these things do not exist in real life, because someone with one of these could be considered a literal apex predator. They are unstoppable. The only downside to a Sandevistan, well, aside from it being one of the main triggers of cyberpsychosis, is losing the ability to quick hack. The Sandevistan is an operating system, and the game only allows you to have either a Netrunner cyber deck, a Berserk implant, or a Sandevistan in the slot of an operating system implant at one time. So, if you plan to use quick hacks before a fight, or need them for any reason, be sure to visit your local Ripper Dock and swap it out before going into the fight. Really? You could just dice them all up and open the door afterwards if we're gonna be real? Once you get this thing, almost every enemy is a complete joke. Half of them can't even react and pull their weapon out in time before V turns the battlefield into a Fruit Ninja game. Smasher is about the only one you still have to worry about, because, he has one. You know, that big metal dude who's basically a walking tank. Yeah, have fun with that if you fight him. That's all I got time for today, so I'll see you later, Choomba. Zach out.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Rainbow Six Time with Red, the show where I pick a Rainbow Six operator, tell you a bit about them, play a few games with them, and rate them 1 through 10. The things I rate these operators on are their loadouts, ability, and their use to the team as a whole. This week we'll feature an operator that can be a tad bit annoying to play against, but pretty nice to have on your team when playing defense, and that is Frost. Frost is a 2 health, 2 speed operator. Her primary weapon options are the 9mm C1 submachine gun and the Super 90 shotgun. I use the SMG because it has a very manageable recoil pattern for a submachine gun, a good magazine size, a decently high damage, but the only downside is that the fire rate is relatively low. Her secondary options are the 9mm C1 pistol and the ITA 12S shotgun. I use the shotgun as my secondary as it allows me to make rotation holes in the site. Rotation holes just allow defenders to move through the site easier. Her options for utility are a bulletproof camera and a deployable shield. I alternate between those depending on what map I'm playing and what site we're on. Frost comes equipped with welcome mats, which are used to catch attackers and down them when they step on one. Unfortunately, Frost was nerfed at the beginning of this season, and when attackers step on a mat, they are able to free themselves from it and continue to play. In previous seasons, the only way you could be freed from a mat was if your teammate came to you and removed it. I typically place them on windows, doors, and places on maps that are normal routes that offensive players take. Here I'm going to demonstrate how I use Frost on the map Villa. Alright, go ahead and place your first mat over here on the right window in the master bedroom, then run into the closet, place your second one on the window in the closet, and then I go ahead and run in to the bathroom and go ahead and throw my third one down, and then I go ahead and start reinforcing the far left wall that connects the closet to the bathroom, and then I reinforce the middle wall, and then here I'm going to go ahead and shoot out the far right wall. And then I'm going to go ahead and come into the room that connects to the master bedroom, reinforce the far right wall, and then same thing as the bathroom, reinforce the center wall, and then I'm going to go ahead and shoot out the far left wall. And by doing that, it's going to give me a line of sight into the closet where I placed my second frost mat on the closet window. When people jump in, they'll go down there, and it's a pretty free kill. And then throughout the round, you can just sit behind the reinforced walls, peek the window in front of you, and then people can jump in that right window, and you can just peek over that half wall and get your finish if they get caught in the mat. The third mat's usually kind of unattended. I pretty much bank on one of my teammates playing the bathroom to watch the stairs and to watch this Frost mat at the same time. Frost is going to receive a 5.5 out of 10, as her primary weapon option isn't a top tier weapon. Her utility choices could definitely be better, and the nerf to her ability makes it much worse than it originally was. That's all for this episode. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to never miss an episode of Gentoo and Rainbow Six Time with Red.
Hey, what's up, Gabe?
Hey man, yeah, I thanks for coming, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of weird to get me out to Chicago. It's a weird meeting place, but
You know, it's just a cool spot, I feel like.
just a
like
cool
Chicago.
spot. Yeah. Well, what do you got bundled up in your jacket there?
It's kind of cool. Like I can't really show you, but it's pretty cool.
Okay, it's a cool thing you can't show me. Come on.
Yeah,
Like like a little peek.
Well,
or-
no. Don't touch it.
What do you got in there?
It's a demon core
Demon core? Like
from like a nuclear bomb.
Like, how did you get the core of a nuclear bomb?
I may have broken a few international laws. You know, one there, one there. Yeah, it's whatever.
You're breaking international laws, and you're gonna like, show me the bomb,
Dude, it's.
I gotta take a look. At this.
Oh wait.
I gotta take- Hello and welcome back to Know Your Tech. I'm your host Evan Saxton, and now that we've truly gone over all that is in a PC, covering specs, looks, cooling, and all the works, you might think we're done, but not yet. We still need a monitor, keyboard, mouse, and maybe even a desk and chair if you don't have one already. Luckily, these are probably the easiest things to find for your PC, so let's hop right in and get into it. Firstly, let's take a look at monitors before talking about a mouse and keyboard. Monitors can seem a little scary at first, but once you know exactly what you're looking for, it makes it a lot easier. So to make things a lot easier when looking, check for these three things on a monitor. 24 to 32 inches is good for size, how many hertz the monitor has because that'll correlate with the FPS of your game. For example, if a game could go to 120 FPS but you only had a 60 hertz monitor, then the game would cap at 60 FPS, bottlenecking it. Lastly, the monitor is curved or not curved. Curved monitors add a higher definition than regular monitors, but that comes at a higher price point. Acer is a great brand to start when looking at what deciding for your monitor. Having all varieties of monitors, the Nitro VG0 is in my opinion the best out of all of them, coming in at about $130 and not too oversized at 27 inches and a max hertz of 180. This monitor is flat instead of curved, but that won't be noticeable to the average person. When it comes to a mouse, this is based on your own preference and what feels best in your hand. I personally use the Logitech G502. This right here. This mouse is amazing because I am able to change the weight of the mouse by swapping out the bottom, making it fit best for me. Not only that, but there are buttons added onto the mouse allowing me to put more inputs with just one hand. Another mouse that is made purely for gaming is Razer's Naga Chroma. This mouse isn't for everyone, but if you are into MMO gaming, then this mouse is perfect for you. Having a numpad on the side of the mouse that goes up to 12 so you can just sit back and run everything with one hand. Finally is finding a good keyboard. You have a choice of either a membrane or a mechanical, but membranes have become so obsolete in recent years that they don't even compare. The RK61 is a great option for base mechanical keyboards, being able to hot swap from blue, red, and brown switches. Hot swapping means you're actually able to change the switches in your keyboard. There are hundreds of switches out there too, each with their own feeling and sound to them. You only need to focus on the 3 I mentioned for now though. The differences in these switches are noticeable too. Blues are loud with a lot of feedback, so you definitely hear and feel the click every time you press the key. Reds are subtle and quiet, feeling smooth to press and are very muted. And finally, browns are a mix of both, having a loud click to them, but are smooth and have little feedback when pressing. Now when it comes to getting a desk and chair, any office or furniture store would do just fine. I personally got my desk and chair from IKEA, and they have served me perfectly well. They're pretty sturdy. That's all I have this week for Know Your Tech. Make sure to come back next week for our final episode where I'll take all the parts that we've talked about in our previous episodes and build our own PC. Remember to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next week.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Free to Review. Today we're hopping into another free Steam game called just playing a Marvel Snap. Alright, so Marvel Snap, obviously free Steam game, very fun, a lot of positive reviews. It was released less than a year ago, August 22nd, 2023, so it's pretty new. This game was developed by Second Dinner Studios Incorporated, and it was published by Newverse. So if you scroll down here, you can see their website, their Twitter, YouTube, and their Discord server that you can join. Also, there's a bunch of reviews and stuff you can read and what the game is about. So yeah, this game is really popular. If you want to learn more about how to play, there are probably thousands of videos on YouTube that you can watch. People are making videos every day of new decks and strategies. So yeah, you can learn all about it. Yeah, so Marvel Snap, a really good free Steam game. It's pretty easy to learn. There's a lot of stuff in game that you can read. The matches are very quick, which I love because you can level up and unlock new cards a lot quicker. It deserves a 10. I love Marvel, a bunch of characters that I know of, and it's a really easy strategy game to learn how to play. But I go into a match, yeah. Alright, here we go. Cards here cost 1 less. So cards have +3 power. Cyclops, what is that? Turn 3 now. What are we gonna do now? Missy Knight. Save the city. Gamora. Can I play Gamora? Which one could we double? It's only 10 now. Well, we got the left side. Nowhere to play. Great. She got screwed over. What is he doing? He somehow managed to lose that. Victory. Dude, I played like, I don't even know how many games. I love it. It's so fun. The games go so quick. They're probably 3 to 5 minutes at most. So right here are the quests that you can do. But there's a season pass that you can actually buy. And then there's weekly challenges like this. Collect them. Alright, so in collection, you can see all of the cards that you have. You can upgrade them, which is really cool. Come here. Boom. So now he's upgraded to rare. But yeah, so you can battle with your friends, you can join someone, and right here you can just play against random people. So yeah, this was honestly one of the best free games that I've played so far. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys.
For years, it has been Channel 8 News, the station that has kept the Northwest and Maryville community informed. Although the image has changed, the mission has not. It all happens here, every Monday at 9 a.m. on KNWT TV. This is Northwest News.
Welcome back to Quix, where we take a mainstream game and see how fast we can complete it. This week is Valorant. With special guest Wyatt.
Yeah, Wyatt. He's gonna carry us. Wyatt.
Because unrated takes an absurd amount of time, we're gonna do swift play and see how fast it takes us to win a game. There's two teams, one attacks, one defends, and the attacking team puts down a spike, aka it blows up. The defending team tries to defuse it. I'm playing Raze, and then you can see whoever we're playing.
Finally, back out in the field.
All right, so basically you can pick your weapons.
We don't all go to the same site. Quit following me.
Hi, Wyatt. Get it. Get it. Get it, Wyatt. Get it.
You stopped my death. That's me.
There's people on the other side of the wall. Would you be quiet?
People at me.
Ooh, back up. Nigel, why are you in their spawn? What are you doing
Oh
up
my
there?
gosh.
Blast me.
All right, I'm just going for it. This is a really bad idea. Wyatt's the only one alive right now.
That's okay. Wyatt can clutch it first. Stay over there.
No, wait, I needed like one more bullet.
Hi, Kitty.
Hi, Amanda. Come on, buff man.
Huh. Me?
Yes.
Well,
Daniel. Help.
Can't say that.
Opponent.
Oh,
Well.
Katie.
Kobe.
I want to watch Amanda. Go over there. You got it. You got it. I believe in you, Amanda. You got it.
I got it.
You got it. You got it. Shoot. 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 Get him. Yeah, Amanda. Yes. Yes.
Player standing.
Oh.
Saw you, little homie.
Dude was obliterated right there and then. Never mind.
Grenade.
Oh, I missed him.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Come here.
Got him. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'll switch to the gun.
They had no right to do.
Ah.
No.
Yeah, I got him. It makes you one shot.
Last player standing.
Really?
You win these.
Well,
We win
yeah.
these. We win these.
Yay.
There's muchos personas aquí.
Language.
Last player.
Language.
Oh.
Match point.
They won't
W
stack
key.
these, right?
Don't.
That's what they want you to think.
They're playing mind games with us.
They're on B.
I'm killed.
Why am I still alive? What?
Last player
That's on
standing.
me. Big time.
Ooh, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
Not my best game.
Flawless.
My game is messed up. It's like frozen. There we go. All right. Hopefully, and we got penalized for an hour.
I guess that's the end of it, but a win is a win. We won our warm-up game, so a win is a win.
And then I
Valorant needs
get
to stop kicking
penalized.
people out of their own game.
And then
Game
blaming
sucks.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Blaming
if you lag
us.
out, your game crashes, any of that, it blames you.
Literally.
It's crazy.
For a swift play.
Crazy?
It's not even actual. It's not even an actual game.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Just
Can I
say-
do my line?
Bye.
So speedy.
Dude, we are in so much trouble.
Yeah. Why did you actually have a nuke in your jacket?
Does that matter? I told you not to touch my stuff.
Okay, I'm sorry for touching your stuff, but like, how do you get a nuke in your jacket?
As I said, the story doesn't matter. You learned your lesson, okay?
Okay, I did. Lesson-wise, we're in an apocalypse now, so we gotta figure out a new lesson. What are we gonna do?
Let's finish this show and then do that, okay?
Let's go.
If you liked this episode, make sure to comment, subscribe, and like down below to not miss any future episodes.
And if your friend says he has a bomb in his jacket, believe him.
But you wanna head?
Yeah, we gotta get out of here.